Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about macronutrients and if it fits your macros, since I've had a lot of requests to do this video since I posted my first one about how that's what I follow and that's my new training program. So I first want to start by saying in order to follow your macros, you're going to need a scale. So a scale is going to let you know how to do milliliters, grams, fluid ounces, things like that. So I'm turning this off now. The first thing you do is get a scale. You can get these anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, anywhere. It's a scale. I mean, it's super simple. It doesn't have to be anything fancy whatsoever. So there's that. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to either download MyFitnessPal or MyMacros+. Preferably, I like MyFitnessPal. I just feel like it's easier to enter. They have a bigger database. Okay, now, once you get those two things, basically macros are proteins, fats, and carbs. They make up your diet. You need a certain amount of each of those in order to gain, lose, or maintain your weight, depending on what you want to do and what your body percentage is. So, for example, if you're 160 pounds and you want to stay 160 pounds, you're probably going to want to eat 160 grams of protein a day. Not always true. I just want to start by saying I'm not a macro pro. I'm still getting used to this whole thing. I'm still new to it. So I just want to point that out ahead of time. But basically, for every gram of protein, there's 4 calories. For every gram of carbs, there's 4 calories. And for every gram of fat, that's 9 calories. You do need carbs and fats in your diet in order to lose weight, despite all the things you've heard before. If you go on a low carb diet, a low fat diet, that is not realistic. If you only eat 20 carbs a day, your body's going to go into starvation mode. You're either going to lose a lot of weight and then gain it right back as soon as you start eating normal amounts again, or your body's going to crash and you're going to be in trouble. You need carbs and fats in your diet in order to lose weight. There is a lot of different ways you can figure out what your macros are. You can calculate them yourselves. There's so many If It Fits Your Macro calculators online. Just do your research and find some. There's also, if you get a coach or a trainer who does If It Fits Your Macros, they can also calculate them for you, and they'll figure out, depending on how active you are, what your goals are, they will figure out your macros. Everyone's macros are different. Nobody's are the same. It all depends on your specific lifestyle. So if I tell you mine, these are not going to work for you. These are specifically given to me by my coach who knows my life, who knows how active I am, who gives me my program, who tells me what to do, what to eat, and things like that. So I will give you my macros, but I just want to point out in advance that you cannot just take these numbers and use them for yourself. They will not work for you. These are specific to me and me only. So let me pull up MyFitnessPal here. My carbs are 174. My fat is 48 grams, and my protein is 135 grams. So based off those, that gives me a calorie content also, but most importantly, I plug in and I try to hit those numbers every day. So for example, here is my favorite milk, Fairlife milk. So in it, there is, I'll show you that, there's no fat, there's 6 carbs and 13 grams of protein in, let's see, 1 cup, which is 250 mLs. So basically what I would do then is I would take a glass. I would set it on my scale. I would make sure it's in milliliters since this is the unit that it wants me to use. I would set the cup on my scale, and so say it's on right now, so say it was this. I would then zero it out, so it said 0, and then I would pour enough milk in my glass until this said at 240 mLs. That means that in that 240 mLs, I got 0 fat, 6 carbs, and 13 proteins. And at the end of the day, you want to hit those numbers. You want to be within 5 above or below your number. So another example is my favorite bars. Can you see? Okay, birthday cake, oh yeah, 1 bars. So in 1 bar, there is 7 grams of fat, 24 carbs, and 21 protein. So in MyFitnessPal, either you can scan it in using the barcode, or you can search it. And I will show you. You just take your phone, turn it this way, and you'll go into, I'll put it in a snack. These show all of my recent things. But anyways, I go to the scanner, I hold it up, and then I scan it. And this pops up, if it'll go, with all of the calories, the protein, and all of the content that is in the Oh Yeah bar. So that way, at the end of the day, everything I've scanned, everything I've done adds up, and I know if I'm on track or not. If you go to Starbucks, you type in your Starbucks order, it'll be in there. If you go to any place that's a chain restaurant, if you look it up, like McDonald's, for example, not that I've ever gone there before, but if you go to McDonald's, you type in double cheeseburger. Say you get double cheeseburger and a small fry. You can go into MyFitnessPal, type in McDonald's, type in double cheeseburger, small fry. It'll give you the macros, the protein, carbs, and fat content of that specific item. Put that in there. Add it in there. If it fits in your macros, you can have it. You can eat it. Obviously, microdense food is better, which is fruit and vegetables, which do have carbs in them, and they have sugar in them. And you can count all of the things that you consume in a day. They add up to these certain numbers that are meant for you. And you can either maintain, lose, or gain weight if you're bulking, gaining muscle, for those specific things. So it's a great tool. It's very fun. It's like a little science puzzle. It is not for everybody, though. There are people who can intuitively eat and eat healthy and clean and do just fine. And there's people like me, I would rather count my macros. I would like to know that I can fit, I want to know that I can fit certain things into my food day, and that I'm fitting it in there, and I'm still going to be able to lose weight, which is my goal right now, lose weight in order to still eat what I want. So you'd be surprised actually at how much you need to eat, or how much protein you need to hit. That is my biggest struggle, I think, every day, is hitting my protein and my carb goals. Shockingly, it's hard for me to hit both of those. You would think hitting your carbs is hard, but sometimes for me, you think it'd be easy. But sometimes for me, hitting my carbs is one of the hardest things. But also, like I said, my protein. So once again, this is my favorite protein. So good. And on here, 31, so 1 scoop, 31 grams, is 1.5 fat, 2.5 carb, and 24 protein. So there's all different foods that you can figure out that have more protein in it, than more fat, than more carbs, depending on what you need. Oatmeal has a lot of carbs in it, but if you need fat too, add some peanut butter in it. There's so many different things you can do. There's so many different foods. For fats, avocados, nuts, protein, chicken breast, meat, protein shakes, egg whites. If you need carbs, there's so many different things you can eat in order to make up your foods, and every day can be different. That's the great thing about if it fits your macros. If it fits in your macros, you can eat it. If you are craving an Oreo, 2 Oreos, put them in your MyFitnessPal, and then plan the rest of your food around that. You can have it. If you're craving something, you can have it, as long as it fits in your macros and you're calculating for other things. It's best to stay under 50 grams of sugar a day, but if you have 2 Oreos and they're 20 grams of sugar, the rest of the day, just keep it so the rest of your sugars fit in there. You can eat what you want. You can crave things. Just make it fit and make healthier choices. I hope I didn't skip anything else on this. If you have any questions on macros and how they fit and how to figure them out, send me a comment below. I will respond. But like I said, there are so many different calculators online. There's so many different ways to figure them out. I don't know how accurate all of them are. Like I said, I'm still kind of new to this and figuring it out. But I highly recommend it for anybody who wants to, try changing up their routine, try to see how bad or good they have eaten and how maybe they've deprived themselves or how they're eating way too much of a certain thing. If you're eating way too much fats and not enough carbs, or if you're not fitting enough protein in but you're trying to gain muscle, or there are things you need in order to maintain the body shape you want. So any questions, like I said, comment below. I will answer them. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll have more coming soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.